Janea. I'm a Texas girl living in the big city, and today I'm going to be showing you guys my go-to makeup routine. I'm also going to be giving away 5 products later in the video. Stay tuned and find out how to enter. So when I start my makeup routine, I go in with my L'Oreal Infallible Glow Lock Primer. I like to use this because I have very sensitive skin, and sometimes my makeup without it will really sink in and just give me a horrible breakout. So I just use a little bit on my finger, just about that much, and I'm just gonna go in. A lot of people are typically really gentle with this, but I use it like it's lotion. When I'm primed, I like to just start on my eyebrows. I don't like to save my eyebrows for last because eyebrows are really important. So I'm gonna go in with my Sexy Formula Sketch Your Brow. This is the color number 2 brown. It's not too dark. It's like that nice warm chestnut color. So I'm just gonna go in and brush my brows because I haven't gotten them done in a long time. Also, it comes with a nice little spoolie you can hang on to. I always need one of these because my brows grow out of this world. Let me tell you, this little brush right here, it comes with a brush on the end and a little gel at the bottom. So I'm just gonna dip into the gel. I used to really like the big bold brows, it used to be the centerpiece of my makeup routine. But now I just kind of go with whatever my brows like to do, give them their time to shine naturally. Probably looks a little raggedy right now, but I'm gonna go in with my concealer and sort of clean everything up. I like to get at the front of my brows underneath, just so it kind of starts off nicely, and then I'm just gonna sort of blur the line with the spoolie later so that it's not too sharp. I think that's a good place to start. Now I'm gonna go back in with my spoolie, and you see how this is really harsh up here. Just brush it up and sort of make it disappear. So next, I'm gonna take my Fenty Beauty Concealer. This is the shade 310. I actually got the concealer too light, so I actually just use it to clean up my brows, and then any excess I will put underneath my eyes to start my foundation. That's about how much I work with. And then I go in with my concealer brush, which is a little dirty, but it's my face. Once I've sort of done the bottom, I just take my finger and just sort of blend it out a little bit. Nice. Now, again, it looks really harsh. Take the spoolie and just brush it up, sort of blend the product together so that you avoid any harsh lines on the face. And that's kind of my brows done and done. So I still have some concealer left on the back of my hand. I'm gonna take my finger and just put it underneath my eye so that my dark circles are a little less visible as I put on my foundation. For foundation, I use NARS. It's the shade Syracuse. I hope I said that right. But it's the All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. This is one of the high-end ones that I use. If I'm not using this one, I'm using my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Glow. That's one of my favorite ones, especially for the summertime. But it's gonna shake it up so I don't get any watery product. With this product, I found that less is actually more. I used to do 3 pumps of foundation. Now I'm just gonna do 2, and I start off with my finger because with a brush, it kind of wipes all the product off. So I'm just gonna do 2 pumps on the back of my hand. 2 pumps could even be too much, so proceed with caution. So I'm just gonna dip my finger in and just sort of place it on my face, on the spots that I really want to cover. And it looks really bright, but if I take it and sort of drag it around, it really starts to thin out. And the thinner the application, the better. So I'll just take that and then start bringing it down across my chin. And with the brush motion, I try to keep it sort of dabbing on the face instead of scraping across, because then the brush really just takes all of the product. But you just start off, you can drag a little bit at the beginning, but Don't keep dragging, make sure you dab so that the product really gets on there. And for the forehead, actually, what I like to do is keep it light on the forehead, because usually if you want like an everyday makeup routine, you don't really want people to know you're wearing makeup. So looking at the forehead is a clear way to tell whether or not someone is wearing makeup. So I'll just do it like on the surface, but I'm not going to bring it up into like my hairline or anything like that. Now, with this foundation, it's kind of tricky to find your shade sometimes. Before I was using Tahoe, but it was also the dead of winter and I was extremely more pale than usual. So in the summertime, the shade was not working. But if that ever happens, just blend it on your jawline. And then that way it sort of fixes any color imperfections that happen when you buy the wrong shade of foundation. Foundation is on, everything is good. I still have some excess on the back of my hand. I'm gonna just like let my brush soak up the rest of it because I'm gonna use that for something later. Next is concealer. Now for concealer, I use my beauty blender. Always start with the damn beauty blender. I take my Mario Badescu. This is the rose water bottle, but there's actually the lavender water in here. I like to recycle my bottles and stuff, so just moisten my beauty blender there, sort of let it soak that up. And for concealer, I'm going to use the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. This is the shade Dark 40. It's one of my favorite foundations. Concealers. It's one of my favorite concealers. The only thing about it is I bought the wrong shade. So it's gonna kind of look similar to my foundation, which I actually found works pretty well for an everyday makeup look. Like concealers, you know, just place it in your T-zone, areas that are super important, like the forehead and the bridge of the nose. I can't live without contouring my nose. I have to do that all the time. So we're just sort of getting a good start by highlighting the areas we want. So I know for some people they like their concealer to be a lot lighter. And if that's a thing, I usually go in with the LA Girl concealer. I forgot what it's called. The LA Girl Pro Concealer, and it's in the shade Creamy Beige. That is a really good highlighter if you want to look more awake than usual. Just to clarify, I said go-to makeup routine, not easy makeup routine. This is a lot. So we're all concealed, ready to go. Like I said, you could always go back in with LA Girl Pro Concealer. I use Creamy Beige. It's really great concealer. Now that I've done that, everything's set. I'm gonna go ahead and actually contour my nose now. I use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the shade Espresso. It's like this really creamy, dark shade. So I'm just gonna like do light strokes down the nose. It looks really harsh, but that's what blending is for. So we've sort of got like this rough outline of like how I want to contour my nose, and I'm gonna take my Rihanna brush, concealer brush, 180. Just gonna spray that with some lavender so that it's not too dry. And just to make sure like there's no harsh lines, because if there's any harsh lines on the nose contour, all of New York City is gonna see it, and it's not cute. So just make sure you're really diligent with how you're blending. And sometimes you can like take it into your eye here, just to sort of bring more dimension so it's not like unconventionally contoured. It doesn't like proportion with the rest of your face. I like this button nose method, so I'm gonna take the tip of it and then just drag like a little line down like across my nose. So that way you can just blend from side to side. Make sure you always blend in the direction that you want it to go. Next, I'm gonna go in with my powder just to set everything. Really just set the high points of my face that really catch the sun. So I use Airspun, the translucent powder. I like leave all the powder in here just to prevent any messes or anything, because it can get messy. So I'm just gonna take my beauty blender that I use for concealer. So I like to keep the layers pretty thin just because I kind of don't ever want the powder to leave my face, if that makes any sense. So I just pack it Some people bake for like 15 minutes or however long. I just do it really briefly. So once it's sort of packed in, I just go straight to wiping it off. Once you get to this point, you look pretty ashy. So you're gonna go in with whatever setting spray you use. I just stick with the lavender water. It works really well for me. So I'm just gonna spray that all over my face, let that dry, and then once that's done, you sort of finish with the good stuff like blush and all that. So I go in with my bronzer next. It's the Take Me Home bronze. This is Greg. His name's Greg. That's just the name of the bronzer. Okay. And this is what it looks like. It's like that nice warm tone brown. So I just start with my forehead and just sort of work it down the side of my face to sort of give me more shape there. It does what blush cannot do, which is just give you more dimension to your face. Next, I'm gonna go in with my blush. I don't really know what color this is. Oh wait, yes I do. I think it's Glass Slipper from ColourPop. I really like this color. It's this sort of deep pink, almost reddish. I don't really have a specific way that I want it to look, so I just kind of throw it on. And if I do too much, that's what I use the excess foundation for on my brush, just to sort of dull it down a little more. And it also does a really good job at making the blush look like it's coming from underneath the skin, really natural and really like pretty. Blush, good, done. As we're moving forward, my favorite part is the highlighter. This is the Super Shock Cheek from ColourPop on the cusp. I absolutely adore this highlighter. It's got like this really nice shimmer to it. And I just put that on the tip of the button nose that I created. And also down the bridge of my nose. And it's really, really good at catching the light. And when it's not catching the light, it doesn't look too harsh or anything. It's best to go in with your finger, I think. I'm just gonna drag that underneath my brow as well. And I'm gonna go in with a highlighter brush just to make sure everything looks really nice. Alright, and that's it for that. And I'm just gonna go in with some mascara and then finish off with the lip. For mascara, I use the L'Oreal Voluminous. It's like just a regular mascara. I think it's a pretty solid formula. I've been using it since I was in middle school and it's never failed me since. So I stick with it. So I already have pretty long lashes. So I just sort of blink into the wand to sort of give it that natural look, because I never want it to look like I'm wearing too much mascara before it gets all clunky. I just take the excess that's left. I don't really like a lot of my bottom lashes, but I'm just gonna go ahead and put lightly on my bottom lashes. Otherwise, we will look like Diana Ross, which I've gotten before, and it's not a bad thing. Finally, I'm gonna finish off with the lip. I'm gonna go ahead and moisturize with just a simple chapstick, just to make sure that if I'm putting on a matte lip, it's not extremely drying. Now, I'm gonna go line my lips with K. This is running out, and it's only because the shade was discontinued, and I wish they would bring it back because it's like the perfect brown shade. This is an optional part. This color does really well with glosses. So I'm gonna go in with my Fenty Glow. This is, yeah, the Fenty Glow Bomb from Rihanna. She really did that. This is my go-to lip gloss. I wear it every day. I'm just gonna put it on top of this color. That's it. That's the finished look. Now for the giveaway, we will be choosing 5 lucky winners to win the Sexy Formula Sketch Your Brow. It's a really, really great product. On one end, you've got the brush that has, it's like really thin. It almost reminds me of the Anastasia brush. And on the other side, you've got a built-in pomade, which is perfect if you lose your pomade or your brush. This is all in one, so it's never gonna be lost. Now, the way to win, you have to subscribe to this channel, give the video a thumbs up, and also leave a comment with your Instagram handle so we know who to contact if you're the winner. And once you've done that, add a little tag on the end about what your favorite go-to makeup look is. Are you a glam girl? Are you a neutral girl? Or no makeup at all? Those are all the rules for the giveaway, and it's open for 2 weeks from today to US residents only. Thanks for watching and good luck. Make sure you put on the bell notifications so that you can get notified for the following giveaways. And it's only open to US. Okay. Those are all the rules for the giveaway. Dang it! Okay.
What is wrong with me? Okay.